Welcome back everyone to Tater Tanks. Today I am playing the Senlac on the map Karelia. I don't remember if or when the last time was that I featured this tank on the map or on the channel, but this is the tier 8 premium British light tank that you can get in the Bond shop, and I have been really enjoying this tank. I wouldn't say it's the best tier 8 light tank out there, but for what you get for those bonds, I think it's a really good buy. So we're up in a tier 9 matchup with 2 light tanks per team, and our other light tank is an AMX 1390. We are up against a light tank 432 for the tier 8 and a T49 for the tier 9 light tank on their team. Overall, I'd say we have the light tank advantage because as good as the light tank 432 is as a premium light tank, I'd say it's probably overall better than the Senlac. I think the 1390 makes up for that difference and more compared to the T49, which, aside from its derp gun, is not the best light tank out there. But we're going to play super passively, find a nice bush in the middle of the map, and just wait it out, take it nice and slow, and see who all comes up down the middle and onto the right side there, as well as up onto the hill. So you see the enemy team has very early on taken control of the hill that I'm staring at right now, but whenever they poke out, they are getting punished for it. And 2 minutes into the game, we are already at 1100 assistance, and we are sharing a lot of that assistance with either the Barask back to the right from me or with the 1390, I believe. I ping that sector E4 there because I'm pretty sure that their unspotted tier 9 light tank is sitting there, but that was just a guess on my part. We'll see if I'm right later on. So now you see there's not a whole lot happening within my frame, and I can't see any tanks really well, but I'm not going to push up. I'm just going to sit back and wait, and like I said before, just take it nice and easy. This is a lesson I've had to learn the hard way with light tanks, is it does not always pay to push up. And in this situation, I was not confident enough with where the unspotted tanks are on their team to warrant pushing up. Also, because one of those unspotted tanks is one of their light tanks, and so I did not want to make a rush push up and then get spotted and eliminated from the game just because I wasn't patient enough. As a light tank, the clock is one of my best friends in terms of getting assistance and winning games. Another lesson I've learned the hard way with light tanks is when you're in a position that gives you angles that other players don't have, it's not worth it to take those shots. I've done that too many times as a light tank. I put out a shot into an easy target, and I end up paying for that by being sent back to the garage. So as juicy as some of those shots looked, I am going to hold my fire and wait for teammates to take those shots instead, who are a little bit farther back and less likely to get spotted. I've heard from streamers and pro players online that the light tank is most useful late game, so you want to do your best to stay alive to the end of the game so that you can do the spotting for your team. And I really want to try to do that, and that required a lot of trial and error and learning lessons the hard way. We are 5 minutes into this match. We're at 1300 assistance. And we are just going to bide our time. There you see how nice of a shot that would be. Basically a guaranteed kill on that Progetto. But I am not going to take that. I feel quite sure that if I were to fire there, either the 50 TP or the Tornvon or their unspotted light tank would spot me, and I would lose my advantage that I have here for our team. There you see, it's been paying off to be patient, let the teammates do the heavy lifting. I'm just here to collect assistance damage and be the eyes for the team. I think it's fairly soon that I start moving up. And you see the Schwarzpanzer 58 coming up behind me now. And this Progetto is still being a nuisance to our Löwe. And so I was keeping an eye on this Schwarzpanzer. I thought he was coming up to take that shot because he's behind cover. He could take out that Progetto and our Löwe would have been saved there for a bit longer. I even ping him and put in the chat I'm pinging him, but to no avail. And so now the enemies are pushing the one line. But luckily enough, our team has taken the hill now, and I think it's pretty soon that I start pushing up and taking some shots. So there, 703-2 comes onto the cap circle. And while we do have a slight hit point advantage and a gun advantage, it's nowhere near a guaranteed win yet. And I guess it was a good thing, or kind of a good thing, that Schwarzpanzer hadn't fired before, because he ended up paying for it now by firing. I'm looking for spots on the 703, and I switched to premium, but it is too far of a shot for me to be very comfortable or confident taking that. And I still don't know where their T49 is. We still have some time. They have a long time left before they've captured the base. And so I'm going to let my three teammates in the bottom left corner push up and around and let them find out who's out there before I make any rash moves. No penetration. There, now I take a shot. I don't pen the 703, but I suppose their T49 has spotted as well. Has fired and is spotted now, so I decide to push the T49. I'm pretty confident with my gun handling that I will be able to outgun him, especially when he misses like that and drives into terrain. And so I can basically farm the entire T49 here all by myself. He rams me a little bit, but overall I've really outperformed him here, outmaneuvered him. And just like that, he does not even get another shot off. And the game is, at this point, I feel like the game is pretty much ours for the taking. Their light tanks have both been destroyed. We still have 2 light tanks, and so we have the scouting advantage for sure. Now I'm up to 2,500 damage and 1,200 damage and 2,500 assistance. Sorry. And I'm still looking at the cap circle to see if I can do anything there. I've traded some hit points. I'm at about half health now, so I don't want to just rush in and be destroyed, because that is most likely what will happen with this tank's maneuverability and the lack of hit points and armor. So I'm going to instead come up around the bottom corner with the other 3 tanks there. And I switched to premium, feeling that the T95 will be the next obstacle in our path. And just like that, I start putting some shots into the T95. I push out too far and the Char Future 4 gets a nice shot into my side. But I decide to back up and bounce the shot, the kill shot. But luckily I can get one more shot in here without taking any more damage. Now I'm a one shot, so now I need to be careful. The Char has just taken a shot, taken one of our teammates out. Sorry for that jump there. I've had some file quality issues, so I jump ahead a little bit. So we have the 1390 pushing. He gets the Progetto, and now all that's left is the Char. I was hoping against hope that the AMX 1390 would be out of shots soon and not able to completely take out the Char. And I also heard quite a few shots coming out of the Char, so I thought he was on reload now. So I was comfortable just charging up and pushing him. This is when I realized I am lucky to be alive, because I thought he was on reload and I was wrong. So here I'm hoping to get out of the way, and he misses his second shot and the 1390 comes in for the kill. And that is the game. Almost 2,900 assistance and 2,100 damage. That turns out to be an ace tanker for me, which kind of surprised me, but hey, I won't complain. You can take a look at the charts here, top in XP, and we did very decent damage as well. And thank you all for watching, and we will see you all in the next video.